Hi, welcome to Dope Content, where we're going to discuss Lake Superior State University's annual Banished Words List. I'm Laura Bergells, and with me is Scott Smith. And without any further ado, let's address this annual list of banished words. The first word on the list is quid pro quo. That's a word that we've heard too much in 2020. What do you think, Scott?
I agree. We have heard it too much in 2019, and I'm sure we're going to hear quite a bit in 2020. And I had to think about the first time that I first heard this, and I had to go back several presidential investigations to Iran-Contra, and started hearing that in Nightline and other news shows of the time, and then started to hearing denials from that administration about a quid pro quo.
I think it's a useful phrase. Quid pro quo, 3 syllables. We're going to be hearing a lot more of it, and it's better than saying he got something for something. That's inelegant. I'm okay with keeping quid pro quo. Next, artisanal. I have a thing to say about artisanal because I've actually had to write the word artisanal as a copywriter, and I would always stumble about how to spell artisanal. Well, here you do. Here's a great tip for you. Art is anal. Just remember that, and you've got the word artisanal.
Okay, I don't have any spelling tips that can exceed that, but I do agree it is difficult to spell. It looks like it needs one more I in there.
Next, curated. Now, as a digital asset manager, I'm sure you have something to say about the use of the word curated.
I am probably mostly responsible for people getting tired of this word. I use it a lot, and I would like to keep it, but I do understand why some people are fed up with it and want it gone.
Okay, I'm with you. Next word on the list is influencer. Scott, are you an influencer?
Yes, I have my own YouTube series on dope content. So yeah, I guess technically I am. I'm not sure if I've influenced anybody, but I don't think it's really required that you have to influence anybody. You just have to attempt to influence.
So I kind of agree that when anybody can be an influencer, then everybody is an influencer.
You successfully influenced me on what the definition of influencer is. You know what that makes you?
Oh, I'm an influencer. Next word. Literally.
I literally want to die every time somebody uses literally when they mean figuratively or metaphorically. My jaw literally hits the floor.
I think the word literally has transformed in meaning through use to mean figuratively.
Agreed.
Next word. I mean,
I really would like this one to go away. I mean, I actually remember people saying this when I was in high school, and as you can probably tell, I went to high school a very, very long time ago. And it's just like, that doesn't mean anything.
I'm afraid that I abuse this from time to time, and I will put this on my list of words to attempt to stop saying, along with the phrase that I hear all the time, hey guys, hey guys, and I mean, both need to go away. Next word on the list, what do we have? Living my best life. Somebody actually said that to me this year. They said, oh, Laura, you are living your best life. I felt so pleased.
Well, I'm not currently living my best life because there's a cat walking around on this desk, and I'm not a big cat person. But anyway, I mean, it's just like there's a couple of ways of looking at this. Is that isn't everybody living their best life and also their worst life in any given moment, because it's the only life that we have that we know of. But I guess the meaning that they're living their life to the fullest is probably the other interpretation of it. How do you know that? Couldn't you have to make that judgment at the very end of your life, and most people don't know when that is.
Oh, Scott, you're being so metaphysical here. Personally, I want to keep this one because I just want people to come up to me and say, goodness, Laura, you are living your best life. Which is true. I am living my best life right now.
You control the record button, so you're living your best life. So,
next word on the list. Mouthfeel. I feel about mouthfeel like I feel about the word moist.
I really don't remember seeing Mouthfeel until this Banished Words List came out. But I will tell you that I made the mistake of eating an orange after brushing my teeth this morning. So
Bad
I do
mouthfeel.
have some opinions about what mouthfeel should feel like, and it's not that.
Next on the list, chirp.
I had never heard or acknowledged or recognized or understood that chirp meant insult. So I don't feel, for me, it doesn't feel like it's a burned out word or term.
I agree.
I really might even use it now that I know that the kids are saying it.
And once we have, then it'll be a word that should be banned for 2021, because once the olds get a hold of something, it's over. And the olds haven't quite gotten a hold of chirp left, which leaves us, I think, to two words that are also young people centric, which is jelly for jealous. Oh, I'm so jelly.
I saw it on Facebook a few years ago. My friend's grown-up son asked his sister if she was jelly about something on mom's wall.
This is another word where I feel like mouthfeel. Jelly is kind of like moist. You can say jealous. It has the same amount of syllables. Totes.
Somebody just used that about a picture I posted on Twitter the other day. And the thing is that I'm not sure if she understood that it wasn't really of my sister and me. It was of Pugsley and Wednesday from the Addams Family. But she said it was totes adorbs, which totes can't be used without adorbs unless you're talking about rubber galoshes.
Yeah, I think totes is over. I was on a nature walk with some friends and I said, ooh, look at this flower. And then, meaning to be ironic, I said, it's totes adorbs. And they gave me the stink eye. It's over. Next word, vibe and vibe check. This hails back from the 60s, and now I'm hearing it in YouTube videos a lot where people will say things like, or on Instagram, hey, subscribe for good vibes. That's a little played, baby.
Yeah, I've heard the vibe in that usage for as far back as I can remember. The description on the Lake Superior site, or Lake Superior State University, I should say, was using vibe as a verb, and I don't think I've really ever encountered that. And so I'm going to start vibing.
Okay. I've had a number of people tell me vibe this year. Ooh, I'm really vibing on what you're doing, Laura. I'm like, okay, I like that too. You can keep vibing on what I'm doing. Also, I like vibe better when it's coming from someone older. When young people are saying it, it just comes across as played.
And Alexander Haig, former Secretary of State, would love the fact that people are turning non-verbs into verbs.
Sure. Next word on the list. Okay, boomer. Now this one was funny the first time I heard it. And then the second time. And then the third time. A great clap back because millennials have been harassed by the boomer generation for like a decade right now. So when younger people started clapping back on okay, boomer, I was like, yes. But now that I've heard it 1,000 times in 1 month, 2,000 times 1 month, and that it's the most frequent comment that I will get on TikTok, which is a youth generation, come up with some new insults. I need some more insults. I'm kind of over the okay boomer.
My son has started harassing my wife with that term, and she's actually a Gen Xer. And he just dismisses her with okay boomer.
You know what? I was a Gen Xer up until about 5 years ago, and suddenly they changed the line, and now I'm a boomer. All right, that's the end of the list, but what words didn't make the list that you think should have made the list?
Playbook. I don't like that one. Roadmap. What does that mean? Have we really devalued thoughts and prayers for the last time? Are we there yet?
I think we've all established that thoughts and prayers aren't working, and we can make those go away.
And can we make the praying hands emoticon go away? Because that seems like Emoji doesn't seem like it solves a lot of problems in this world.
My words that need to be on the list would be, hey guys, especially at the start of every video. And okay, so at the start of every video, that's over.
Yep.
Well, that's it for our annual discussion of the Banished Words List from Lake Superior State University. Clap back at us for what words you think should be on the list that aren't, and why some words need to be taken off the list.
And emoji, don't forget the emoji.
Don't forget the emoji.